this is Special Ed. You listen to Two in the Stink podcast. Yay! Yay! I like three in my stink.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Two in the Stink. We took a little bit of a gap in between this episode and the last one. We apologize. We've been actually busy, so sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Jim was in Missouri. I was in Madison, Indiana. The show was awesome. If anybody listening went, thank you. It was great. It was a good time. It was cool. It was a really fun time.
The theater, huh?
Yeah, the Ohio Theater in Madison, Indiana.
Ohio and Indiana. Does
Ohio
it get
Theater.
more corn-fed than that?
Dude, it was, first of all, there was golf carts fucking everywhere.
Did you get to ride one?
Yeah, I got to ride one. Well, first I asked if I could drive it, and I was like 10 beers deep at the time. The guy looks at me, no, guy I just met. I was like, oh yeah, you're right.
Oh,
But I got to ride in a golf cart, which which reminded me a lot of like my childhood, because my family was also white trash.
Right.
But no, I've talked about this before. We used to like vacation in RV parks, and they had golf carts everywhere. So it was like I was like, oh, I'm like a kid again.
You know what's funny is like golf in itself is like a very elitist sport.
Yeah.
And then the golf cart is closely associated with it, right? But you take the golf cart off the golf course, and it becomes white trash.
Yeah.
Like, it skips everything in the middle. It just goes right to white trash. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, because
It's such a weird product, the golf cart. It's got the polar opposites of the ends of the spectrum.
Well, I've learned that there's a having a golf cart off of a
Yes.
having a golf cart. Having a golf cart off of a golf course is absolutely white trash unless it's in a nice area.
Right.
If there's a lake nearby, all of a sudden it like resets.
Okay.
Because I thought the same thing, and then he like took me on a detour throughout. He was like, "Yeah, the bar's down the corner, but I'll drive you past the lake so you can look at the lake." And it was like all all the golf carts were like nice. There was one that had like chrome rims and shit. Which is still white trash to put that on a golf cart.
Can we go see the lake?
Can we drive by the lake on the way to the bar?
I want to see the lake.
Can we go to the lake on the way?
You know the old saying, when you're in Madison, Indiana,
You got to get a golf cart ride down by the lake. So I was, I've been filling out my gay passport that you like to call it.
Oh, did you get a new one?
No, I was going to, and that's what I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
So I was in Madison, and I was like, I don't know what tattoo could I get that would, I guess make me remember about this place. And I was like, I'll get a golf cart tattoo. So the next day, after we stayed the night at the owners of the theater, very nice people. Shout out to the Ohio Theater. It's like a nonprofit and everything, and which is crazy how that works because I made stacks. No, I broke even on the trip, but it's okay. I did after the show the next day. I was like, let me get a golf cart tattoo. That was my plan.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna get a golf cart tattoo. So they let us stay in their apartment, and then woke up the next day, and there was like 4 tattoo parlors like within like a fucking mile radius. 3 out of 4 of them were closed, like permanently closed. Because I guess nobody's getting tattoos.
The one shop's probably really good.
No, the one shop I went into, right? You walk in. First of all, there's no front desk. There's nobody checking you in. There's no forms. You walk up these steps. It's literally like a room a guy rented out, and he was just like tattooing people in a room barely bigger than this. Like it was one room. It wasn't a tattoo studio. So I walk in, and now I feel like, oh shit, I'm already committed. Like I'm here. The one guy doing the tattoos, like, I don't know. He should have been wearing a shirt that said "I heart meth." Like
Okay.
it would have been like that would have been even smaller of a sign that he smoked meth than the rest of him.
So he looked more like meth than.
Yeah, he could be wearing a shirt that said "I love meth," and it would have been less of a sign than I would have noticed that like last.
Okay, yeah.
So I walked in, and this guy,
he would have been underselling it.
Yeah, like he looked like. He's somebody you'd see like trying to sell you cigarettes at a gas station.
Okay.
Like trying to be like,
wait,
yeah.
So he was a black mother?
So
sorry,
anyway.
that's just the last person I had sell me a cigarette.
So so I walk in and I'm talking to him and he's like, "Oh, hey man, what's up?" He's already tattooing, like he's literally like tattooing a mom whose kid is like waiting outside. And I'm like, "Oh, hey dude, I'm looking to get like a golf cart tattoo." And he's like, "Oh yeah, you're filling these in at different places you go. I've seen those." And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Yeah, I probably can't do it today," which just wasn't true because he was tattooing one person. And I was like, "Oh, okay." And he was like, "Yeah, you want to come back tomorrow?" And I was like, "I'm actually only here in town for a day." And he was like, "Oh." And I was like, I had to pretend to be disappointed too, like I wasn't relieved. I was like, "Yeah, man, I know. Next time." He was like, "Yeah, for sure." And then I left. And then I tried like the four, like that was after one tattoo parlor was closed. And that one was the second closest. And I tried the other two, and they were both like just permanently shut down. Mm-hmm. The fun thing about Madison is nothing on their Google has been updated in like fucking 15 years.
Wow, really?
Yeah, like I looked at like all their Google shit.
So they're just a place that Google's forgotten.
They've got like 3 bars. Dude, they had a bar. Michelob Draft was $1.75. All day. Yeah, I was literally like Wolf of Wall Street. Like, I'm not leaving. I'm not fucking leaving. I sent a picture of that to my wife, and she was like, "Come home now." I might as well have sent her a needle in my arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had the fucking $1.75 Michelob Ultras.
That was good news for you and Mike.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, Mike. I brought my buddy Mike Nadosic to come feature since you were in Missouri.
Dude, Missouri.
Yeah, how was that?
We went to Springfield, Missouri, and guess what? We had a very, very nice hotel, but every other place was a fucking shithole.
Yeah.
But the room was great. The comedy room was great.
Yeah, what was it, the Blue Room?
The Blue Room, it was super cool.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'm hoping to headline there pretty soon.
That's what I've noticed about, dude, anytime comedy rules somewhere, it's like as soon as you leave, it's like shitty. And I think it goes both ways, where like if you have a shitty comedy show, if you leave, the rest of the town is awesome. I think there's something to it where like the reason why people are there is because the rest of the town sucks.
Okay.
But Madison, like the theater was awesome, and even the places I went to when I was there, like the food was great, the drinks were cheap, everybody there was super nice, but just half the shit there was like closed.
Yeah, it's an old town that probably feels inflation really hard.
Yeah.
So maybe ease up.
Well, yeah, they're using golf carts as their primary
That's
mode
what
of
I'm. Yeah,
transportation.
it's obviously going through a little bit of a rough patch, but they were pretty hospitable to you.
Yeah, it was all. Yeah, I'm not talking shit on the town. The town was great. I'm talking shit on
You think you're too good for Reba McEntire, dude?
It was no, just all the tattoo parlors were closed. But I did find that cool ass. They had like a buy sell trade pawn shop.
Whoa, what'd you get?
I got you a gift.
Oh, Stacy Keibler.
I got Jim a signed Stacy Keibler, and it's signed by John Cena on the back. It was $30.
Makes no fucking sense, but it's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I mean, it's also whoever sold that definitely came on that picture a bunch of times.
1,000 million.
Stacy Keibler is the ultimate cum tribute pick.
It's so true. She was so hot.
That's why it was $30 because it had
She's
that guy's
she's
DNA.
like how you know you're bisexual instead of gay. I'm like, whoa. You show her to a gay guy, you might find out if he's bi.
Yeah. But yeah, that was cool. Mike got the funniest Mike bought a Zippo lighter. It was like a Zippo lighter for like a carpet cleaning shop in Madison that somebody, I guess, he probably gave it out to like his top customers, and then the place went down, so he just like sold them all. So you got like a Zippo for like $20. That was like literally has like some random ass name of
Madison Carpet Company.
Yeah,
or some shit.
yeah, some shit that just doesn't exist anymore. It was actually, he's like, this is the best Zippo I'll ever own. I was like,
you're kind of right.
Yeah, it's actually pretty sick.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was cool. Yeah, I've been. Oh, dude, I gotta tell you the story about I had a pimple on my crotch that made me thought I was dying.
Yes.
I think I told you a little bit about it.
You made your mom look at it.
I made my mom look. So first of all, I told my mom, I was like, so I had a very sharp pain right in like my pelvis, and I was like, okay, well, first thing comes to mind, I have cancer. Second thing that comes to mind, slightly, not as bad, but still would require like surgeries. I have a hernia. Because, like, I lift heavy as hell in the gym, super jacked, but that's a different story for another time. So I'm like feeling around. I'm like, what the fuck is this? It felt like a very sharp pain. I walked in. I was like, hey, Mom, I have like a pain in my crotch. And she was like, you probably have a hernia. And I was like, that's what I was thinking. She was like, oh my God, you're going to need surgery. And I was like, you think it's just a hernia? She was like, I hope that's all it is. So now I'm fucking in my room.
Spiraling.
I'm like fucking writing letters to my loved ones, trying to figure out.
Oh my
like,
God, yeah, you have a living will, and my socks go to the trash.
And my socks go back to Jim because I keep stealing your socks when we're in hotels because I never pack enough. So then I'm like no, they can't. So I feel a little bit. I inspect a little bit closer, dude, and it's like a very obvious pimple. And I ran in like I just won the golden ticket from Willy Wonka. I go, Mom, wake up. It's just a pimple. She goes, really? I go, yeah. She goes, let me see. So I pull down my pants just enough for her to see it. And she like grabs my pants and like yanks down almost to see my dick. And I'm like, Mom, just you don't need to go that far. And she goes, I've seen it before, Bobby. I'm like,
ew.
Yeah, like fucking.
But not right now.
But you don't ever again.
Right, it's over.
It ends.
That ends.
No, you don't get to keep seeing it.
No, it's over.
No, you saw it a long time ago.
No, it's a big deal. It's too big to look at.
No, it would scare you.
Yeah.
Mom, I don't want you to get scared.
Mom, please get your hands away from it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bust.
Yeah, so...
Mom, I don't know.
So she touched it, and she was like, it is a pimple. And I was like, I know, right? So I was like on cloud 9 after that. I was in my head. I'm like, I gotta get my shit together. I gotta fucking maybe I should just quit drinking. And immediately after that, I was like,
You're a 30-year-old man who just showed his ball sack to his mom.
She didn't see my ball sack. She almost.
Oh, it wasn't on your balls.
No, it wasn't on my balls.
I thought the whole thing was that it was on your ball.
No, it was on my. God, no. It wouldn't be like, Mom, touch my balls. That's gross.
Well, that's what I thought. How
it was on my pelvis.
Oh, good.
That's why I thought it was like a hernia or something.
Oh, good.
Okay, because like anytime I have a pain somewhere, I Google it, and Google always gives me the worst fucking thing.
That's the dumbest thing. They tell you not to do that. They explicitly tell you not to self-diagnose yourself because you're not a doctor, you're retarded.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Hey, Rob, this might shock the fuck out of you, but you are not a doctor. You are retarded. You are closer to being retarded than a doctor.
That's true.
It's very true.
Well, the alternate was go to a doctor, which just wasn't going to happen.
You have insurance.
Well, I'm in between insurance right now. That's why you haven't seen me on a Lime scooter.
You on a Lime scooter? A fucking dozen eggs would fucking show up in my hand. You want a Lime scooter? It would be like eggs. I would summon eggs like Skyrim. Yeah, right.
Well, yeah, but dude, I've never been more tempted to get on a Lime scooter since I haven't had insurance. I'm walking by one, it's like, Robert,
come on, you've never twisted your ankle.
Come on, your elbow probably doesn't even hurt that bad if you break it. You don't need two elbows.
You'll get painkillers, Rob.
Rob, don't you want Percocet again?
Don't you want pins in your elbow?
Remember how fun that was when you had perks in your fucking elbows? Yeah, so that was fucking spooky. Oh, dude, when we were in, so we just got back from Chicago.
Yeah.
Let's talk about how the people in Taco Bell thought I was like a fucking like racist.
Okay, yeah. So
tell this story.
So
I'm curious your version of it.
All right, so I bought a bunch of Taco Bell, so I'm in heaven.
Right.
So I'm eating Taco Bell, and
this is in Chicago. Like a bad part in Chicago, by the way.
Rob was like, I don't want anything from here. This place looks dangerous.
I did not say that.
You were basically you're being that way.
Oh no! What I said was, and
you were like,
no, you're making.
I don't want. You said me tell the story.
Okay, you tell it, and all right, fine.
So so this place was fucking up all over the place.
It was
it was a mess. It was a mess, right? So Rob ordered just one thing. He got a large drink.
A large drink. That was it.
The biggest drink they've ever given anyone. It was a huge drink for a fat kid. No, I'm just kidding. It was a normal drink for a good man.
Thank you.
And
the story's getting better.
It's really good. So they're like telling Rob, like, no, you can't. Can you not read? They're like, you can't. No, I gave it to him already. And so Rob is like fighting with this guy about the drink, and this guy goes to Casey and I. He goes, I can't believe that fucking guy is yelling at these immigrants, and he's wearing that backpack that supports an immigrant fucking business, and he's like, he what a contradictory thing, and blah 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 blah. And like we look over and I was like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? We didn't know who this guy was. I literally was like, brother, I would love to, like, I just have no idea what you're saying right now. So he thought Rob was like this militant asshole who was like bullying these immigrants. Meanwhile, they're just not trying to give Rob a soda.
Yeah.
Like, that's literally, it was a soda argument. It was the most non-issue of all time. And the Taco Bell employees took it to the umpteenth level, and it drove Rob insane.
It drove me nuts.
And he had to piss, and they wouldn't let him use the bathroom, so it was just a comedy of errors.
Yeah, it was
it ruined Rob's night. It made Rob so mad he had to hit on roulette.
Yeah, yeah, it's a whole nother story. It made me so mad I had to win a ton of money in the casino. So
Rob walked into the casino pissed.
yeah, I was like, I need to make money. So I walked in the Taco Bell. First of all, the reason why I didn't eat there, it was 109 degrees in that Taco Bell. Like, I walked in, I felt like I already ate Taco Bell when I walked in.
It was fucking blazing.
So I was
there.
I can't, like, I was like, this is where you get food poisoning. This is where it's, like, built, you know? It's like the co-founders of food poisoning. So I walked in, and I was just like, oh, I'm not eating. I think I said it out loud. I was like, I'm not fucking eating here.
Yeah.
And then I was like, hey, Casey, can you just give me a diet soda? He was like, sure. I had to piss. So I walk up to him. First of all, I kind of get it in hindsight. I look like this. I'm in Chicago. I have a backpack.
We're all wet.
Yeah, I probably looked like I was about to go shoot up junk in their bathroom. So I walk up and I go, hey.
Kind of bathroom?
No, I walked up. I was like, hey, what's your bathroom code? She just looks at me. She goes, no. Like, not like, no, now it's closed. I was like, no, I just need to go pee. And she goes, no. And I was like, okay, so I can't use your bathroom? She goes, mm-mm. So now I'm upset. But I'm like, whatever. So I have to go outside where, like, I have to go piss outside
where
around
Chicago is.
I have to go outside to pee in Chicago, so that's fun. So I go around the corner. I piss on, like, some fucking, like, literally somebody's flowers. Like,
you piss on literally a dead guy.
It was either flowers or a dead guy. And I was like, okay, I got to pick, you know. I tried the dead guy, but then he woke up. So I had to go piss on the flowers. And I go back in. And everybody has their food.
They let the dead guy use the bathroom.
Everybody has their food. Everybody has their drinks. I'm like, hey, where's my drink? They go, oh, they didn't bring it out. So I walk up to the counter. I go, hey, I didn't get my drink. And she goes, yes, you did. And she points at somebody else's drink. And I was like, no, yeah, they got one too. I just asked for a Baja Blast. And she goes, no. She goes, they already got. I was like, okay. And I walked back to Casey. I said, Casey, they're not trying to give me my drink. So I had to ask Casey to walk up and show them the receipt. And then even still, I think they gave me like they invented like a smaller cup to give me. Mm-hmm. And I was like, it's like whatever.
They made you a cup.
Yeah, they made me like an asshole cup and they gave it to me. And then when we were leaving, that's when you found out. So I wrote the name down of the backpack. So first of all, this is even my backpack. It's my mother-in-law's, who is an immigrant from the Philippines, okay? It's Nurturing Angels, which I don't even know, like, it's just like some, like, I truly don't, it's just...
It sounds like sending groceries to the Philippines.
Yeah.
It sounds like...
Yeah, it's like, they should have been like, look at this hero. Let's let him...
Well, that was his whole thing. He's like, how dare he wear that backpack and also yell at these immigrants.
I just wanted my soda.
And literally, like, I looked up at the guy and was like, dude, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like,
it was so crazy. All I wanted was a soda. So then we left, and then we went to the casino, and I was down like $400. No, I was down like $300, and I was like, okay, well, I already made like 2 trips to the ATM, and I was down like $300. And I was like, well, there's not going to be a big of a difference if I explain to my wife I'm down $300 or if I explain to her that I'm down $400. So I got $100 out of the fucking the machine, sat down a roulette with you. All of a sudden, we started, not roulette, sat down at blackjack with you. I started smashing blackjack. Like, I'd be down to like my last, like, I was up to like 200, and I was down to like 100, and then I was like, all right, I'd go all in on a hand and win it back. So then we walked away from the blackjack table, and we went to the roulette table, and I ran it up to like almost $1,000 exactly. And what was crazy was so I put like, I was playing nickels, right? And the lady paid me out when I cashed out as if I was playing dimes. So she paid me twice the amount I should have made. And Casey goes in my ear and he goes, did she just pay? I thought it should have been, this much, not. And I go, shut up. And then so she gives me this big stack of black chips, and I go, thank you. And I'm like, let's get the fuck out of here. So then we cashed out, and I ran, and then the whole time in the car ride, we were like, was that the morally right thing to do?
No, it was.
Yeah.
You did the right thing.
So yeah, I fled the casino. I can never go back to that casino in Chicago because they probably have pictures of me hanging up. This lady ran out with $1,000. Mm-hmm. Well, it wasn't my fault. The dealer gave me too much money, and it wasn't even like nobody noticed. It wasn't like I didn't see the pit boss come over and be like, "You fucked up" or whatever. So I just ran.
Yeah, you got out of there in a hurry.
That was The last 2 times I've been to a casino, I've had insane luck outside of gambling. Like the time before that, I found a $20 voucher on the ground, which never happens, ever. And then this last time, I got paid more than I should have, which never happens ever. So it was just 2 incredibly lucky things.
Yeah.
And then I get home, I'm like, dude, I'm on a luck streak, right? So I take $100 out of, what I won there. I go to my local dive bar, I play their slot machine, run it up to 200. I'm like, shit. I'm like, this is how in my head, I'm a god at gambling.
I'm Jesus.
That's how you develop an addiction where you're like, oh shit, I'm so good at this, I have to keep doing it. So yeah. Mm-hmm. So I've had insane luck in the casino after.
Yeah, you convince yourself you're good at a thing.
Yeah, a bunch of people thought I was racist, so I had to go in a casino and show America what it's like.
Yeah. Because racists would never go to a casino.
No, never.
You never find one there.
And then so then on the flight home from Chicago, I waited to be the last one boarding.
That's so funny.
And everybody was boarded, and I was supposed to have a middle seat, and I saw it was glowing in the back was an empty window seat with nobody in the middle seat next to it. So I got to sleep the entire flight back home from Chicago. It was awesome. Mm-hmm. I just leaned on the window before
Dude, I had a perfect situation too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the card reader stopped working at Starbucks. Mm-hmm. The lady in front of me.
Yeah.
So me and her, me, and I guess maybe 1 or 2 other people that had just ordered all got free shit.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because the thing stopped working and we had already ordered. So they were like, sorry, we can't take any more orders, but it was after me. I was like, ooh. So I got free shit.
That's awesome.
Which is really cool. Yeah, because the lady was trying to pay and blah, 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 all the shit. So I got a free drink at Starbucks. I was like, this rules. And then I went and sat down and I found this comfy ass chair and ottoman situation.
Yeah.
Right at the gate. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh my god, things are coming up, Jim. And I ended up being early as fuck to my flight. My shit was at 8:00.
Yeah.
And I got there at literally 5 a.m.
Yeah. And
so I slept hard.
Yeah.
And then I got up.
That would be crazy if you woke up and missed your flight.
So, but it gets even better.
You set an alarm or anything?
No. I'm a light sleeper. I'll wake up really easy. So it gets even better because but right before they start boarding, they said that they have a bunch of seats available in the premium economy thing.
Oh yeah.
And I walked up. I was like, "How much is it to upgrade my seat?" And she goes, "It'll just be $12."
Whoa.
And I was like, blah, 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 blah. I was in the back of the plane in the middle seat, and then I got an aisle seat in a big chair with extended legs.
Is it first class?
No, it wasn't first class because there was 6 first class rows, and then this
premium
then there was premium economy, and then the regular seats. So I got extra leg room and an aisle seat. I don't care if it's aisle or window.
Yeah.
I prefer the aisle because I like to get the fuck up and get out of there.
Yeah.
I'm the second guy off the plane. I'm like, so I'm sitting I board really early, really fast, and then I'm put on my headphones. I'm going to sleep. I wake up, and the people that are sitting, the people that had to get in next to me, I was kind of half asleep when they were getting. Just this little tiny old lady and her little tiny little husband. They took up no space.
Aww.
Dude, she took up half a seat, and she was on the side next to her husband. So I had a seat and a half. So I'm man spreading. I put my tits in the next. I took my tits off and put them next to me.
They brought drinks over just for your tits.
Yeah, dude. Oh, and she was so nice. It's so funny because the tray table can't go down with my fucking gut.
Yeah.
So she put put the tray table down. She's like, do you want to put your soda on my table? And I was like, you're so nice. And then I chugged the soda. I didn't even put it on the table.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was really nice. I had a good flight home, which is very rare. I hate flying.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, ugh. When they see me coming down the aisle, they're all like, fuck. Shit.
Damn it.
Come on.
Yeah, they're going.
Now how will I watch the Green Goblin?
Yeah. Now how will I play Stardew Valley on my Switch in
Yeah,
peace?
damn it.
Yeah. I have
He's
crops
going to ask me to
farm.
play.
Oh, I think I've told you that story, right? Where I was hammering on a plane, and the guy next to me was playing Mario Kart, and I went, "Oh, you know you can play 2 players on that." And he went, "Yeah." I went, "All right, well, I tried." He goes, "Yeah." And I was like, "All right, well, the only question after that is, and can I play?"
Yeah, and that gets really weird really fast.
Leave me alone, retarded guy I don't know.
Sorry, man. I really just don't want to at all.
Sorry, dude. I don't want Dorito fingers on my...
Sorry, I really just don't know you, and I know you... Yeah.
Sorry, dude. I know your hands stink.
Yeah, sorry, man. I just can't. Morally.
Yeah, I can't... I already told the last guy who asked no.
Yeah. So, when we were in Springfield, Missouri, I want to talk about this. When we were in Springfield, Missouri, there was a guy that snuck into the green room, and he walks in and he goes, which one of you invented the iPod? And the 3 of us went, huh? And he went, come on, which one of you guys invented the iPod? And I'm like, yo, what are you talking about? He goes, I'm just messing with you guys. I used to work here. And I'm like, okay, used to? Who are you? He goes, you know. I'm like, nah, dude, I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
I'm getting, like, nervous now. And the guy's like, yeah, you know, I used to work here. I'm friends with the owner. And we're like, oh, yeah, what's his name? He says the guy's name. And we're like, okay. And he's like, I was like, hey, man, I think you should go.
Yeah.
I was like, we're trying to, like, get ready for the show. I was like, I think you should go. And he goes, what are you going to do?
Jeez.
And I'm like, I was like, what? And then he fucking walked off. And then Casey's like texting the owner of the thing. He was like, this guy fucking came in here. Then the fucking owner of the club comes in and he goes, yeah, that's my bad. That's my friend. He's coming to the show. I was like, that guy's gonna be the show? Like, I just literally just like almost fought me.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? I was like, what?
It's so funny to say that to you because you could hold somebody down until they can't
I'll
breathe
literally
anymore.
dunk my nuts in his face. Are you kidding me?
What
And he goes, my bad. That was my buddy. He's on mushrooms and ecstasy.
Damn.
At the comedy show?
What the fuck?
I can't think of a place that would be worse to candy flip at. Are you kidding me? The audacity to be on 2 drugs.
I don't want to be on any drugs outside of my couch.
Are you fucking serious?
That's nuts. To be around people and be on
Why
ecstasy.
is that dude here and why was he in the green? Like, he's literally, I thought the dude was going to fucking fight me.
Yeah.
And so I'm about to go on stage and I'm like rattled. Mm-hmm. So it was really fucking weird. I couldn't help but talk about it on stage.
What are you gonna do? I don't
What are
know.
you gonna
Rip
do?
your face off? You should have gone. If you knew he was on drugs, you could have gone blah 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 blah. Freak
Yeah.
him out.
Yeah, it was really fucking weird. But the shows were really good. That it's a really fat town.
Okay.
It is a fat fuck town. So there was
Springfield, Missouri.
there was a bunch of fat fucks. So I did my LGBT joke and I said, I think this is where the headquarters is, and they went bananas. And I was like literally just like yelling at these like fat fucks. There was a fat couple sitting in the front row, and I kind of went a little far. I said, where'd you two meet? On the Domino's app. And they were like, the girl was kind of like sad, but the guy laughed really hard. I was like, I literally was like, I'm sorry, hon. That was a fucking layup. I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, look, I can't make fun. I was like, you know, and then I did.
That's pretty fucking awesome.
Oh,
say
dude,
that.
they went insane, dude. They were going.
They should have given you the key to the city.
They basically did. I got so many. This is the most DMs I've ever gotten from like shows.
Yeah.
People were like, "You got a new fan base here down," and I'm like, "Oh, really? Do I in Buttertown? Oh, really?" I said I watched a fat guy get Narcan with a cold Sprite, and they were like, they fucking screamed.
Getting Narcan with a cold Sprite is so funny.
I was like, you guys have an equal. I was like, you have an equal amount of overdosing and heat stroking.
Oh
yeah,
man.
it was a fat fuck town, which is great. But here's the thing: none of the food was really that good.
Really?
So these guys are just getting fucking fat off mush.
Damn.
They're getting fat off nothing. They're getting fat for no reason. There's nothing that good.
You got no reason to look that way.
You got no reason for that. They're just bored eating. They're just eating because there's nothing else to do.
Dude, Madison, Indiana had babes everywhere. There was babes everywhere, and the dudes were like ugly as fuck.
That's where they make hot dummies.
So
Did
Mike,
you know that?
What,
in
Madison?
the heartland? In the
Really?
heartland, in the middle of America is where they make hot dummies.
So
Male and female.
when I was in Madison, so first of all, Mike doesn't have any phone service on his phone.
Of course.
That's why he's on the road featuring for me for cheap. So he has no service on his phone. So the only time he can like connect to anything is when he has Wi-Fi.
Oh my God, he's on like literally a freshman in high school me mode.
He's literally like on a working at Target like like phone.
Our friends are the best.
Yeah. He's got like a warehouse guy phone. It's awesome.
It's so awesome.
So we were in Madison, and he was like, dude, there's babes everywhere. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, and all the guys here are kind of beat. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, dude, I think I have a chance with some of these chicks if we were here longer. And I was like, well, I don't know about that, but yeah.
Dude, definitely.
So-
you two would have cleaned up there.
Yeah, so he was so we were hanging out, and we were at some bar, and this like really cute, hot, we went to this one bar. It was like this bar that was like trying to be like fancy even though it wasn't. Like it was like in a hotel. So like, oh, there's a fucking our coasters are leather.
Oh my God, there's cucumber water.
Look, we have leather coasters. They had leather I stole one. I was like, this is coming home.
You're such a piece of garbage.
So they had leather coasters. And the babe at the bartender was such a babe, and Mike was like, yo, she's kind of cute, huh? I might move here. I was like, it would be hilarious if you just never came home.
Yeah, he just was like, fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it, I'll stay here. So we get all the way home. It's 10 hours, right? 10 hours. We get to my house. He's waiting for an Uber. He connects to my Wi-Fi. He matched with that chick on Tinder. He's like, dude, I matched with her on Tinder, and she was in, and she like DM'd him and was like, hey, what are you doing? And he was like, I'm in Philadelphia. I was like, dude, you got to go back.
I'm sorry. You got to take an Uber
You
back.
got to change the Uber to Madison. And Mike,
no.
like I think Mike's an okay looking dude. But
Yeah,
like
Mike's a normal looking guy.
He's a normal, like just a normal looking guy. But this chick was like fucking like a home run.
Damn.
And she literally matched with her on Tinder. And
that's brutal.
And I saw his face. He goes, ah. Especially because I think I cock blocked him the night before.
Oh
so
no.
After the show, we were hanging out and getting beers, and I didn't know how to get back to the fucking apartment because I was hammered. I was like, "You ready to go?" And he was like, "Oh, dude, I'm just, I'm chilling." I didn't know he was talking to some girl. I was like, "I don't know how to get back." He was like, "All right, I gotta take my boy back." So we get back, and the next day he's like, "Yeah, you kind of cock blocked me." I was like, "Oh, my bad." And he's like, "Nah, dude, it's fine, And then we fucking matched with two. Oh, there's another hot chick too. There was a chick at the show came and saw us. He matched with two babes on Tinder. One of them was like,
he's gonna be there soon.
One of them messaged him and was like, "Hey, I loved your set," and the other one was like, "What are you doing?" And he was like, "Oh, man, I'm 10 hours away."
Oh my God.
Yeah. He had a Goodwill Hunting gotta see about a girl situation.
I gotta see about a girl?
Yeah.
Dude.
He had a full gotta see about a girl. Oh my God.
That sucks.
Yeah. I felt bad for him. Nothing's gonna motivate you to get your shit together and get fucking connection on your phone.
I let Casey run my grinder while we were in St. Louis.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Anything fun come out of it?
He opened up my grinder in St. Louis, and like St. Louis is pretty black. There's a lot of black people there.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, my grinder went crazy when I popped up in St. Louis. Yeah. It was black dongs, crazy sound. It was like by the dozen.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a lot. It's really funny when I go to a state I've never been and I pop up there and like
who are
whoa,
you? Whoa, hey.
Whoa.
You're like a rare Pokemon.
Yeah. They're like, hell yeah.
I gotta catch this one.
I'll swing at that. It's really funny because I'm literally just like a fat guy.
They're playing Pokemon Go on Grindr. There's a Gillespie 1 mile away.
1 mile away. Holy shit. It's like 30 feet away.
Dude, they're outside trying to look for you.
Trying
like
to smell me?
Yeah. Cheetos, Mountain Dew, regret. He's nearby. He's close.
It's like a footprint. It's like a hand.
So did anything come out of it?
No, obviously I didn't meet up with anybody. In St. Louis, I had to share a room.
Oh.
With a guy I don't know.
Michael.
If it's you, I could be like, hey, go fuck off.
Could you go find a burger?
Yeah, could you go fucking skull fuck a burger for a minute?
Yeah, Rob, there's probably Michelob's anywhere but here.
Yeah, Rob, I heard there's a Michelob fucking anywhere.
Yeah.
But I didn't really know Michael like that, so I felt bad being like, hey man,
could you get out of here?
Getting the fuck out of here and leaving your stuff?
Yeah. I'm gonna bring a stranger
man,
in here.
You mind if I bring a stranger in here and we go through your stuff?
I went on a date night with Britt for the first time in a long time last night.
Yeah.
We went to Texas Roadhouse, and I talked about this a little bit before the pod, but like yesterday I was like, because I was hungover when I came back from Chicago, because I was just like all booze, no water, like barely any sleep, and I was just like, I felt like shit all day, and I was like, it was one of those hangovers where I was like, man, I gotta get my shit together, and the next day I was like exercising, I was like eating, it was a good day, I was having a good day, a very productive day. And I was like, you know what, I'm not going to, because I'm going on 4th of July vacation. I was like, I'm not going to drink till 4th of July vacation. I'm going to take a little bit of a break. And then literally Britt was like, let's go to Texas Roadhouse. And I was like, okay. And then as soon as I got there, they're like, do you want the big, tall, cold beer? And I was like,
would you like the massive beer?
Would you like the tall, cold beer? And I was like, I would. So I had 2 of the tallest, coldest beers, which, I mean, at Texas Roadhouse, really the only way you can stomach that food is by washing it down with the coldest, tallest beer of all time. So, had 2 big, tall, cold beers, right? And earlier in the day, my mom had texted me. She was like, hey, could you give me a 6-pack of Michelob for the house? Because my mom likes to have, like, beer in case, like, somebody comes over. Like, do you want a beer or whatever? She doesn't even drink, really, unless I'm drinking, too. And I was like, sure, I'll get, yeah. And I was like, all right, when I get home, I've been very good about not drinking by myself. I was like, I've been very good about that. So I was like, okay, I'll have these beers. I'll go home. I'll relax, whatever. I start playing PS5. I lay down on my couch. I'm like, the beers texted me from the fridge. Mm-hmm. It's like, hey, Robert.
Bobby.
Rob, I'm so cold.
I'm freezing. Come grab me.
Please come fucking hold me. Rob.
Drink me. I'm so freezing.
Rob, I think you put me in the freezer by mistake. I'm going to explode if you don't get me.
After this pod, I'm going up to the mountains.
Yeah.
I'm hanging out with my buddies. 5 years ago, we took a trip, same type of trip, and we did acid.
So, John coming?
It's me, John, Isaac.
Awesome.
Me, John, Isaac, TJ, Jake, and Desmond.
Sweet.
And we're doing mushrooms.
That's going to be fun.
I cannot wait.
You guys going to speak gibberish to each other again?
That is the number one fucking best thing ever, is when you're with your boys and you're just talking shit.
Yeah.
Dumb shit. I can't wait to just, because I know my buddy John, he loves to do this thing where we get hammered and he just starts bringing up nobodies from high school.
Yeah.
Just absolute zilches. Like people like and he always does it in the context of you got through these, you got through those.
Yeah.
He's like, look, life's about, meeting different people, right? You got your Jake McClellans, your Stephanie Folks. It's just absolute nobodies from my high school. He loves to bring them up just to jog our memory. So because we're old now.
Yeah. John's one of the funniest dudes. He could fucking read a calculator and make it funny.
I know, right?
That's great.
He'll be there causing a fucking mayhem. It'll be really funny.
Well, that's awesome.
I'm excited. And then the week after, I'm going to see Black Sabbath.
Oh yeah, you're going to England.
I'm flying to England on next Thursday, and
Jim dies.
Jim and Casey do drugs. And they were like, I'm scared. Somebody said, I'm scared you're going to relapse. And he's like, well, that's like the whole point.
Yeah,
like,
that's the whole
he's
point.
like, the whole point, right? I go
the
to
whole
England,
point is
I
they
relapse.
Black Sabbath.
Black Sabbath, we fucking both do fucking crack. We smoke crack.
Dude, yeah. I really hope you make it back, man. I really do.
I am going to do ecstasy. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do something fucking bonkers.
Well, you could probably reach out to anybody next to you and say, "Hey, could I have some drugs?"
Honestly, I think the show is going to have a lot of old fucks.
You think so?
Yeah, it's Sabbath, Guns N' Roses, Metallica. I think it's going to be a shitload of dads who have been waiting for a moment like this for a long time.
People who can afford to go to England too to go see him.
Yeah, so it's going to be very niche, and I know there's a lot of tickets that were like held for people, special people.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's how I'm going.
That's pretty fucking awesome.
It makes no sense. My life is a fucking movie right now.
Yo, last night was a movie.
Yo, literally last night, like July 6th, I'm literally going to be like, last night was a movie.
Yeah.
Watching Ozzy Osbourne do his final show ever. I'm going to cum my pants and cry. I'm going to cry cum my soft dick pants.
I think, I wonder if he'll be a good performer.
He's great. They're already doing rehearsals.
That's great. That fucking rules.
Dude, I'm gonna come.
I wonder if there'll be any special guests dropping in. They haven't
Dude,
announced.
you know there's gonna be everybody in. There's gonna be Elton John. There's gonna be all types of people.
That's gonna be so sick.
Fucking Wiz Khalifa.
Mm-hmm.
Wiz Khalifa comes out during fucking
Black and yellow, black and yellow. Black and yellow pills. Everybody has them in their hand.
Black and Sabbath, Black and Sabbath.
I've been watching I keep these clips on TikTok. Like Taylor Swift does this thing where she'll sing the song, I don't know about you, I'm feeling 22, and at every show, if there's like a kid in the front row, she'll take off her I guess she wears like a special hat during the song, and she'll give it to like a kid, and the kid will like cry and freak out because Taylor Swift is obviously like talking to them and giving them a hat. I want to do that with comedy with a butt plug. That'll be like my like, who wants it? Pull out a butt plug. Just give it to a kid in the front row.
Yeah.
Dude.
God willing, I get like a sold out headlining show, I want to come out to like violent screaming. The entire crowd just like, ah! Like angry. I want angry and scared screaming.
Well, that's what it's like with Casey when I bring him on stage. It's like, Casey Rocket. They're like, ah!
They take bites out of each other.
The one show he did in in Rhode Island, at the end of the show, they kept yelling, "Take it off!"
He hated that.
Take it off.
He was pissed.
They kept yelling, "Take it off!" And the crowd, they wouldn't. Everybody kept saying, like, everybody was like, "Show your dick!" Like crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Like stuff like if you yelled that at a female performer, they'd be like, "Yesterday,
city is canceled."
Yesterday, I was at the Comedy Connection in Rhode Island." And people would not
take your
stop.
shirt off. It was fucked up. Yeah, he was pissed.
But yeah, that kind of shit's great. Dude, I forgot to mention in Madison, there was a child in the audience. A child. And I didn't know until I did 50 minutes. I didn't know until 40 minutes in there was a child. So I go on stage, right? I'm telling a joke. I hear, like a very clear child, like it echoed through the theater. A very clear child laughed. And I was like, I stopped in the middle of a joke. I said, "Is there a fucking kid in here?" And then everybody laughed, and I started scanning, and then I hear a parent in the corner yell, "She loves you!" And I was like, I just did a whole bit about fucking like my wife buying a sex toy. I was like, you're gonna have a lot to explain to her when you get home, and they were laughing. And I got off stage, and like it was a little girl. I get off stage, and I'm walking like towards the lobby because I was like selling stickers. And the parents, they like intercepted me. They're like, "You were so funny, wasn't he?" And the girl was like smiling and all like. And I was like, "Oh," and I gave her a sticker. I was like, "Here you go, you can have a sticker." Literally, the sticker says 100 dick jokes on it. It's like a $100 bill. It says 100 dick jokes. And I was like, "Here, she can have it." And then I was joking with the parents. I was like, "She's gonna really love that sticker when she learns how to read." And they were like, "Oh, thank you so much." It was the weirdest fucking thing ever. Don't bring your kids to a show.
Yeah, that's so weird. I hate that.
Thank God I didn't know until after I got. Well, I didn't know until like more than halfway through my set.
I told you your Uber buddies brought like a whole fantasy football team to my fucking open mic, right?
Oh yeah. Oh,
and it was like a bunch of 15-year-olds.
Really?
A bunch of them.
That's crazy.
It was insane, but they liked it. They had a fun time, and like I did a bunch of like jokes about them.
That's cool.
I did. Yeah, it was. I'm glad I didn't hand it off to someone else to host because I think it would have been a fucking tragedy.
How has Fat Lady Open Mic been?
It's been packed. I need more money to do it.
Yeah, it's not worth going out there to make $50.
It's not. I love the place. I love the mic. I love that I'm able to give a stage to Jim, the true altruist.
Jim,
he's such a giver.
Providing comedy to people who are in need.
Blah. Jim gives a space for people to perform. Jim, a hero.
The one guy who booked me the Madison show, we got drunk after, and he kept going. He was like a fan, so he kept saying, but he also booked me on the show. And he was like, "Yeah, dude, I can't believe you're here. I've been following you since before COVID." And I was like, "Oh, cool." And he was like, "Yeah, man, it's like," he kept saying, "I can't believe you're here." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, I'm here." And he was like, "Dude, it's like crazy that you're here." And I was like, yeah, I'm here. Like, I'm still here. And he kept saying, yeah, like, I'm not trying to dick eat. And I was like, oh, no, it's fine. Like, this is cool. Like, I'm glad that you're excited. And he goes, yeah, man. He's like, let me buy you a beer. And I was like, yeah, for sure. And then, like, we're both hammered. And he's like, again, dude, not trying to dick eat. And I was like, I'm starting to think you want to dick eat. To a certain point,
Just go ahead and dick eat.
Just go ahead and dick eat. And he was like, yeah, dude. He kept saying, I'm not trying to dick eat. I'm not trying to ride your dick. You know, it's just like, I'm like, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, dude, it's totally cool. And I was showing him, I was showing him my Betty. He was like,
do you ever like kiss your fans?
yeah. So he's looking at my tattoos and he saw my Betty Boop. And I was like, yeah. So I got this, you know, because I was in LA and my mom's name is Betty. And he goes, is it weird that I already know that? And I was like, in my head, I'm like, yes. But then I was like, no. I'm like, I'm sure. Like, I joked about it, right? He's like, no, dude, she did your roast on YouTube. Your mom came and roasted. I was like, oh, okay, that's a little bit less weird because yes, my mom did roast me.
Is it weird that I already know?
Is it weird that I already know that? I'm not trying to dick eat. Is it weird that I know your mom's name? Also, I'm not trying to dick eat. Really nice guy. One of the nicest dudes. Really cool. But it was just funny. It was a funny
Does he listen to this?
Yeah, I think so.
Sweet.
Shout out to him. Shout out to him, dude. It's cool if you dick eat. I don't care.
Yeah, believe it or not, we need it.
I want to come back to that theater, so please, by all means, dick eat. Everybody there was super cool and fun. I had a good time. But it was just funny. I actually enjoy it. It's actually, hey, guess what? I got into comedy because I want attention. So
hey, guess what?
I need attention.
Rob unveils the biggest secret about comedy.
Yeah, it'd be more insulting. It'd be more insulting if they were like, yeah, I would never dick eat. I would never dick eat. I'm like, okay, but you do.
But please,
dick eat.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was cool. It's a good time.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking sick. Oh, so I went to Top Golf.
Oh yeah, how was that? You said you were like you crushed it.
Yeah, so I'm really good at Top Golf.
I would have considered you for more of a bottom golf.
No, I'm a top.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a strict top, no gay shit.
What were you doing at Top Golf? Were you the holes?
No, I was being the top. I was driving my huge cock.
Yeah,
I was driving my giant hog.
You're just on the fairway, just fucking doing goatsy, waiting for a ball to hit you.
Mm-hmm. Doing goatsy. Wow, holy shit, middle school.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back. Middle school has entered the chat. Yeah, so I went to Top Golf and I asked the guy if I could get lefty clubs, and he was like, I was like, okay.
Does it come out of his paycheck?
I literally was like, you're a server. Get the clubs.
Yes, get the clubs now.
So he goes, and it's like in the next booth, there's a golf bag with lefties in it. And he goes, any of you lefty? And they go, no. And I go, I'm going to take this. He goes, it's your lucky day.
It's your lucky day.
No, you were always going to get the gloves.
Yeah, there's plenty of them here.
You're going to get them.
It's your lucky day.
But before that, it took, first of all, 50-minute wait to get a bay.
Okay.
Literally like an entire, like double the time of what we would be there.
Right.
Because we bought an hour at the bay.
Okay.
So we only did an hour. But like it took forever. So we're at the bar and I'm like, by the way, I order a salad.
Uh-huh.
I get a salad at Top Golf. A performative salad. The entire bar claps. All 3 floors erupt in applause.
They pulled out their phones.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a sea of lights.
Right.
I'm eating this salad under a sea of phone lights. You would think I just brought XXXTentacion back to life.
Yeah.
The way I was ciphering. So I eat the salad. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get a beer. I was with my buddy Trevor. He got a cocktail. I got a fucking... I was like, I'm going to get a beer. And then like the beers were like $8-9. And then the pitcher was like $25. I'm like doing the math. I'm like... So it's like 4. It's like 5 beers in the pitcher.
Yeah.
So I get the pitcher, and the guy puts the gigantic pitcher of beer down and goes, "Do you even want a cup?"
What a fucked up thing to say to anybody. Do you even want a cup? What Top Golf is this?
King of Prussia.
Oh my God.
So the kid sits the fucking pitcher of beer down. Do you even want a cup? And I said, yeah. I was like, yeah. And then I busted out laughing super hard with Trevor. And we're like laughing our fucking asses off that he just said that. And I'm like, he's clearly fucking with me, right? Like,
yeah.
He and he wasn't. He was like, all right, well, how many? Like, he got mad that we were laughing so hard. He was like, all right, well, how many cups do you want? He's like, how many cups do you want? He asked like 5 times.
Yeah.
I was like, that was fucking hilarious. He goes, what? I was like, you just set a gigantic pitcher of beer down in front of me and said, do you want a cup? Yeah, I want a cup. It's a fucking giant pitcher. I took a picture of the pitcher. I put it on Twitter. Oh my fucking God. It's a giant. It's a giant pitcher. What am I gonna walk? What am I gonna walk around with that? It was retarded.
I don't think I've ever drank beer out of a pitcher.
You're not supposed to. They don't make it. It's literally sharp. The pitcher is like look at it. It's got like
yeah.
It's not to be sipped out of.
It's also got a big cylinder in the center to keep it cold.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, maybe I should have drank it.
Yeah. That's a fucking wild thing to say to any human being. Do you even want a cup?
Do you even want a cup? I was like, okay, first of all, that's hilarious. But at the same time, I was like, okay.
It's like handing somebody a steak. It's like handing you a steak and be like, do you even want a fork?
And like,
do you even want utensils?
That's what we were saying. That's what we were saying.
Hand you a salad. Do you even want a fork with that, you fucking pig?
Literally.
Oh, well,
that's exactly what happened.
Well, this guy's just gonna drink out of the pitcher.
Well, this fucking slob's gonna like. I was like, literally, like, oh my God.
Maybe at Topgolf, maybe like every time somebody asks for lefty clubs or a glass, it comes out of their paycheck.
I couldn't fucking. I literally had to laugh it off because I was so like, it was shocking. I was like, that was so. I was like, okay, cool. It's expensive, and I catch strays. Awesome. Oh no, and it's expensive. Really cool. Thanks.
Oh, it's $1 million, and you're mean.
Oh wait, and you're mean. Cool. Fuck this place. Actually, I'm gonna leave a review tonight. I'm gonna leave a spicy ass review.
I left a review at that Taco Bell. I gave him 1 star.
That's so funny. You weren't kidding when you said that's so funny.
No, dude. It was like, I mean, they were just being mean. They were mean to me. I had to pee outside, and they didn't want to give me my drink. My drink, my Diet Dr. Kelp. How
am I going to eat this pizza without my drink?
Yeah. Hey,
my drink,
my Diet Dr. Kelp.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
Yeah, that's just me when I walk in anywhere. Oh, brother, this guy smells. Yeah, I had crazy balls when I came back from Chicago.
Crazy balls.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Little Caesars item.
Well, we just named the episode.
Crazy balls. It's definitely already the name of an episode.
Crazy balls? No way.
Crazy balls.
No way.
We've had every adjective followed by balls there is as an episode name.
Crazy might be a new one. Crazy balls.
Crazy balls?
I had crazy
what else
balls.
did I write down?
I literally had party mix balls.
Can you fucking believe that guy said that to me?
Yeah, it's nuts.
Isn't that fucking crazy? Oh, by the way, I was fucking going so hard at Topgolf, I got a fucking blister on my hand.
Oh, God.
I went so fucking hard. Dude, I hit a ball so fucking hard. It was crazy. It was like 120 miles an hour off the fucking club.
Damn.
It was insane. I hit the back pole.
Wow.
Yeah, and there was a dude above us. We were on the second floor. There's a dude above us who came down and was like, that was a moonshot.
A moonshot.
Moonshot. I was
Damn.
like, yeah, fag.
I'm not,
suck my moonshot.
You ever see the videos of the people who hit it over the net?
No, I could never do that. I'm not that good.
That's crazy, though. It's also wildly dangerous.
I also saw
you know what you're doing is actually really smart.
I also saw a guy had 2 knee braces, and he was hitting the ball farther than I've ever seen. I was like, he's got to be cheating.
Yeah.
There was also a girl there who had like this like perfect form, like this professional golf swing.
Mm-hmm.
She was really hot.
Nice.
It was super funny, but like she was like better than me at it, so I was like, I'll wait till she's done.
It's funny to be professional at something where everybody around you is hammered and eating nachos.
And like she's like up there like with the fucking like the full golf outfit, like fucking
yeah,
visor and all. Like literally, she's like a Wii character.
Yeah.
But she was really good.
It's really funny to be good at something that most people do hammered. Or not even be good at, to be professional. to act like a professional at something where the majority of people who do it are fucking hammered.
She was awesome.
Yeah, that's
and
cool.
by the looks of it, she was dominating her friends in the game.
Sick.
And they were like, "Why'd we bring her? She's not even drinking."
Yeah, she's just there to show off.
She's just It's like when you take a singer to karaoke.
Does she have a tripod set up?
No, she should.
That would have been the get ready with me while I go to Topgolf.
Trevor was taking videos of me hitting the ball. I was sending them
Nice.
crazy.
Did you get a high score or whatever?
I just won. I didn't get like a high score or anything.
Gotcha.
But I was like, I kept getting hotter and hotter and hotter. Like it was like by the end of it, I was like really crushing it. It was really fun.
That's yeah.
And then like my last like 3 like balls in the game, I hit it like they went nowhere.
Oh,
I miffed it. I fucking muffed it.
you choked.
I choked. My last like 3 choked.
I like how Topgolf they have that net.
In case you're fucking hammered and fall.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Or in case you have a really bad game and you get sad.
Yeah, try to fucking end it.
They literally have the same nets that they have at like sweatshops in China, like out the windows. You ever see that shit? Isn't that fucking scary?
Yeah, well, because those people don't understand quality of life.
Yeah.
We have quality of life here. Like we have free will. They don't really have free will.
Yeah.
We have
That's
like
true.
free will.
Yeah, free will. Free my homie.
You could
will.
you could do whatever you want. You do whatever you want every day.
It's pretty sick.
So do
America
I. I mean, I'm
kinda
pretending like
rules.
I don't. I do whatever I want every day. Somehow, some way, I have no job, and I've been more places than I've ever been.
Yeah.
I've never been a bigger loser. I've never been more of a loser, and I've had more fun than I've ever had in my life.
Oh man. You know why we have free will? Because we bomb Iran.
Oh, that's big.
Because we would. You say in America?
Do you think we're at war with them? No.
No, I don't think we're at war. I think we bombed the fuck out of them. They were like, please stop.
Oh, that's enough. Actually,
They were like, oh no, we're good actually.
oh,
I saw the funniest video of.
Does everybody like Trump now?
I don't think so. I think people.
Are people mad that he did that?
No, well, I think there's
Because it seemed like an even split.
There's people who support him, from what I can tell. There's
Because
people.
you're supposed to root for him,
Yeah, well, there's people who support him who are still mad that he did that,
right?
and there's people who support him who are happy he did that. But I don't think anybody who doesn't like him is glad he did it. I think
I am.
Really, you're glad.
I don't support him, but I'm glad he did that.
Yeah.
Because it seems like it caused the ceasefire.
Well, yeah, Iran was like.
But it sounds like the ceasefire might not hold.
Iran was tweeting like.
They were like, oh yeah, pussy.
Yeah,
they
New
were
York-
tweeting like Antonio Brown.
You're like New York is everybody will suffer. Like it's like saying crazy shit like that.
Yeah.
And we literally sent fucking B-2 bombers.
Yeah, we sent stealth bombers.
Did you see the videos of them flying back over New Jersey?
No, was it cool?
Yeah, dude. It looks like there's a piece of the sky missing because they're just pitch black. So if you take a picture of it, it literally looks like there's pixels missing in the sky.
They're fucking.
They're fucking crazy, dude. It was first of all, the guys.
Can you show me that?
Yeah, it was. Well, I'll show you after the pod. But there was it was like 36. Well, don't look it up right now. It was like
I can't help it.
It was like
I'm a sicko.
It was like they flew out of like from the middle of the U.S. 36-hour flight in these B-2 bombers. Like they had like toilets on them. Like I read the whole thing.
They can refuel midair, right?
Yeah, they were refueling midair. They had like microwaves. They flew over. I just think it's hilarious, like eating like.
What was he eating? Like, what did he eat?
Yeah, what did you eat before you bombed Iran? That's so funny.
Yeah, it's 2 guys, right?
Yeah, it was like 2 dudes, but we sent like three. I think at least 3 bombers out.
Whoa.
They bombed the fuck out of Iran, then literally flew over fucking Jersey. Everybody's on vacation. Just these things that just decimated an entire building, just flying back over.
More than a building.
Well, yeah, but
I think a B-2 could take out like something the size of a town.
well, the main thing they bombed was one of their nuclear facilities.
Well, that's their whole point, right?
Yeah, because
that was the whole mission.
Well, because I think years ago, Iran and a bunch of other countries, they all signed a treaty that they would not make nuclear weapons.
Right, and
then they made them, and the U.S. was like, "Oh, really, motherfucker?" And it was literally like fucking.
Yeah, because if you blow up their nuke while it's on the ground, it's on them.
Yeah. So we fucking. I saw the funniest video though. It was like Iran spy plane caught flying over a carrier in the ocean. Dude, it looked like something out of a cartoon. It was a spy plane. It was like flying like barely like up in the sky, and it had propellers. And somebody was like, "Yeah, if their spy planes have propellers, I think we're safe."
Yeah,
which is pretty funny. I saw, and then a bunch of jets took off to follow it, and like all the comments were like, the jets are like, "Come on, we just want to talk." Okay, come here, we just want to talk.
Yeah, America. Yeah.
Well, I mean, Florida's budget alone is bigger than all of Iran. Their military budget. So the U.S. budget is insane, but just Florida's is bigger than Iran. At least
well,
from what I
America
read.
spends more on their military than the next 10 biggest countries combined.
Yeah.
So we are. Well, what's funny is we invent war weapons, right? And then if America doesn't decide to buy them, then they just exist for no reason.
Yeah. Well, there's a certain amount of nukes in the world that are just unaccounted for. They're like missing. Isn't that crazy?
I don't know if that's true. I think that's a conspiracy.
I think it's true. Well, there's one that got lost in the ocean. We don't know where it is. Something like that. Like there's like one that was like dropped from a plane that like literally fell out of a plane. It's just somewhere in the ocean.
Is that true?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't think that's true.
Okay, maybe we'll Snopes it later. But anyway, we should probably take it on over.
Plug your dates.
Yeah, I'll plug my dates.
What you got going on? Oh, tell people to come to Denver. Tell them about that.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be with Casey Rocket in Denver in September. Tickets are on his website. Also, I might be setting up a headline date out there, so come to that.
Yes, and I will also be out there, so please.
Yeah. July 25th, I'm in Philly. July 26th, Scranton, PA. August 9th, Atlantic City. August 15th, San Diego. August 16th, Los Angeles. September 2nd, Chicago, Illinois. November 1st, Chandler, Arizona. And we want to thank our top tier Patreon supporters: Simon, Tits McGee, Miles Schultz, Andrew Herbert, and Tim Sislow. We love you guys.
Shout out Andrew Herbert. Special shout out. He's the host of my Airbnb this weekend.
Sick. All right, well, let's. What are we going to talk about on the Patreon? Give them a teaser.
I have more shit on the Patreon. We're going to talk about. A little bit more about Chicago and yeah.
Great teaser.
Some other things.
Yeah. If you guys want to hear a little bit more about Chicago, come on over.
Yeah, I have some funny stuff.
All right, we'll see you guys soon. We love you. Peace and love. Stink it forward, and we'll see you on the Patreon. Bye-bye.
Yeah.